So guys, wait, let me tell you some interesting thing about doing slave trade, Do you know when these white British people came, they didn't just come and started taking people, pulling people out of Africa, When these people came, they didn't just come and start capturing people. If they did it this way, I guess it would have been hard for them to do it because Africans, our forefathers, would have resisted them, But these people came in a smart way. Like they came with a very trickish and stylish manner, approach, and that's how our forefathers fall in their hands, Now this is what they did. They brought an offer, an offer to our forefathers, some of the greedy ones, So they gave them an offer. This offer is that they will be they will be capturing their brothers, They will be capturing their brothers and be selling to them in exchange of some material things. And some of these material things include something like cup, jug, all these fancy spoon, all these plates, and sometimes money, because back then when they were doing trade by barter, back then the only means our forefathers trade or buy some certain things is through trade by barter, then there's nothing like money. So it was when these Europeans came, they came with some of the money. They came with money and some of the items like a cup, jug, all these fancy things, and mirror, and sometimes gun, So they struck a hard deal with some of our greedy forefathers, So this deal was that they will be capturing themselves. So this also happened in Benin Kingdom, So in one of the discovery made by this content creator Mariam Oyekulumi, she discovered that this man narrated how Benin people sold their brothers into slavery, and how one of the man close to Oba wanted to kill Oba, like he exposed Oba in his hidden place, so Oba was captured. So his intention was that so he can take over from Oba when Oba is finally taken away, So these are just an interesting journey, an interesting interview and discovery made by this content creator Mariam Oyekulumi. I guess you will be so much happy to listen to this to watch this video out. So kindly watch it to the end or the last. Just like the video and subscribe. See you at the end. Thank you.
Not this time. You have about 2 weeks. Just tarry a while. After 2 weeks you come. But they insisted they must enter Benin, and that was the what sparked off the war at about January. Then the 2 that were left to go, we would have killed all 7 of them. But the Beninese believe no war completely annihilates a people. There must be somebody to tell the story. They let the 2 people to go, and only for them to reinforce, and they came back. Well, our own people also betrayed us.
Benin people.
The Benin people betrayed the Benin, because at the time, some persons wanted to be, assuming His Majesty is removed now, and I'm so close to the white man, I could be made the Oba, but they forget that it is only the prince, the crown prince, that can become the Oba of Benin. Not how strong, how powerful, or whatever you are. The son of the wood carver inherits his wood carving tools from his father.
Yes.
So the son of the bronze caster inherits the tools from his father, and so only the crown prince of Benin Kingdom can become the Oba.
Yeah, okay.
So that was what happened in 1897. They betrayed the Benin people, the Obaseki at that time, not the entire family now, let us know, but the Obaseki of Benin at that time betrayed the Oba of Benin. When the Ezomo of Benin took the Oba into hiding in a place within the Ezomo palace, only Obaseki was aware of
When
That's
Oba
plan.
was- okay.
So he took the white men there, thinking and believing perhaps if the Oba is killed, he could become
The king.
And it is not possible. In Benin, Yoba, I go back, I go back, see me, I go back, very. No matter what it is, the Oba is not man. He is God on earth. It's our belief, whether people want to take it like that or not.
Yes.
That is our strength. Oba Ujedu, Oba Onwagbon, Oba Adisagbon, Seya, Oba Dolagbonji. So, and then, when the Oba was finally taken, he still stubbornly refused to bow. And they said, okay, the only way they can have success in Benin, as they already have in other places, in Cocoa, in Shekiri land, in Calabar, they were already in charge of Calabar. That's why the Calabar was already a protectorate. That was why they would take Oguram there. But they still gave him all the liberty of a king. That he went with wives, with chiefs, and a few of the children. And when he got there, Oguram was not in captivity for up to 3 years. But when they now asked him to come back, when they asked Oguram to come back, the Williams family, the Effiong family of Calabar, they can tell you this part of the history. Because it was their great-grandfather, Ophiong, I think, either Ophiong or Effiong, that gave a whole place to His Majesty. He built a palace. The palace of Oba Oguram is in Calabar. It's a tourist, a place of tourism. You can visit there. Anybody can visit. It's there. You know, the very bedroom and everything. I have been opportuned to be there. So when he got there, he said, okay, you can go back to your people. He said, no. He was not returning because he was betrayed by his closest ally, his closest friend. And so he saw that if he returned with the kind of Oba he was, the man that will speak and spit fire. So there was going to be unrest. The better thing is to just let the dog sleep off. But
What does it mean, sir?
the head of the tiger can never get missing in the forest.
Word. Wisdom.
No way. And after all that, about Obey,
Okay.
that is all I can say.
Oh my God, this is a very beautiful story. Thank you so much, sir. In fact, Moshood should now, if you watch this video, be like, I want to meet this man. Okay, so there's another question. You know, Chima was asking. Chima, what's your question?
Going back into
He said Calabar. He said that there are some Calabar, Benin people in Calabar.
Definitely.
This is the story. From, I think it was the Oba that.
Yeah, that is what I just
Explained.
He went with chiefs. He went with chamberlains, and all that. He was given everything as a king. Yes, you see some pictures flying around when he was in the boat or in the yacht that took him to Calabar, bearded and all that. It was a long period. The British came in around February, and there was no time for shaving, taking extensive bath and all that till around September, when it was finally taken away. So look at the months. Look at the months. So a man who lives like that for 7-8 months without shaving would be bearded.
Yes.
And so, but that happens to be the picture they are flying around. The white man till today still refuse to give us those other pictures of Oba Oguram in Calabar. They still refuse to give us those pictures. If you go to the British Museum, they will still refuse you taking pictures of certain things concerning.
That's how great he was.
Yeah, because he had everything as a king. He lived as a king. In Benin, I cannot say he died as a king because the Oba does not die. The Oba of Benin does not die. Eh?
Why?
Because he's not man.
Yes.
The Oba is not man. Gods don't die.
Yes.
So yes, there are still a lot of the royal family, the Benin royal family in Calabar. Some time ago, when His Royal Majesty Oba II, paid a visit to Calabar, he went visiting all those places. And the Oborame family in Calabar came to pay homage to him, introduced themselves to him, and he was so elated. And he gave them the royal blessings that even if any of you, my daughters, want to get married, you can come and do the marriage in Benin. As the father of the royal family, he will sit and bless them. And one of the Oborame children came down some time ago, in the not too distant past, to be blessed by His Royal Majesty Oba II. And they've been coming. October 20th is His Majesty's Omonoba II coronation anniversary and birthday. So the last one, the royal family, the Oborame family in Calabar, they will be highly represented. And this year they also will be highly represented. They are coming with their masquerades, with everything, to celebrate His Majesty here.
Wow.
And it's going to be big this year, particularly now that His Majesty has just been given the CFRO National Honors. So
Okay.
it's going to be big.
Okay, I want to ask you, I've heard so much about the king, but please, can you just tell me how great he is? Because I've learned, people have told us that he's fearful, people don't fight him, I know kings were ordained or are ordained by God, but can you just explain to us? Because there are a lot of people that do not know how great the Oba being is. Can you just tell us, please?
I want to believe that there are only two
Kingdoms.
two countries in Africa, because the Benin nation is just beyond a kingdom. It's an empire.
Okay.
We have an emperor. Benin and Swaziland.
Okay.
This is where, as we are here, we already know who is going to be the next Oba of Benin and the one after that. Up to recently, that Prince Charles was made King Charles III or whatever, nobody was too sure if he was going to be the King of England.
Okay.
Until Ojaja II was crowned the Onife or Nirisha. Nobody knew he was going to be. The Olubadan, until a few weeks ago when the Olubadan was crowned, nobody knew who was going to be. But in Benin, I'll tell you, we know who is coming next and who is coming after that. Just like that, as the princes come, we know who. If we have 10 princes waiting in 10 generations, we know them. So the Benin Oba, to call him a king is demeaning, is bringing down the authority. Because the king, where they have that name, where it comes from, the Oyibo people, king is anything, anybody can walk up there. The Oba of Benin is a god. Is an entity that is spiritual, that is supreme. I'm not trying to be over-bloating because I'm a Benin man and a Benin chief. The closer you get to the Oba of Benin, the more you get to understand that Oba Ujedu, Oba Uhuagbon, Oba Adesagbon, Oba Odagbon, Oba Dolagbonji. So when you know this, you know peace. So you cannot actually get to want to quantify the strength, the power, whether political, spiritual power of the Oba of Benin. No, you cannot. Because there is nothing on earth you can compare with to say the strength of the Oba is like Like there is a title in Benin, Ayoba Giegbe. You don't represent another body as Oba. Oh, this guy has the face of the Oba. No way! It's an aberration. It's a curse. No. Or the other one looks like, like the shoe His Majesty is wearing now. This other person. No way! Nobody has it. First of all, the Oba does not go to school. He does not have a classmate. You cannot say, we were in school together. Who are you? So the Grand Crown Prince, you know, if he's there right now, the Grand Crown Prince, if he's in school, you dare not say, come up tomorrow to say, we were in school together. How could you say anything like that? Because there can never be anything like that. He's a god. He's a god.
Yeah, it's such an interesting video. Thank you for watching that video. As you see how that's a narrative made by one of the oldest chief, you know, that was around when this slave trade happened back then, you know. So that was an interview between one of the content creator Maria Kilome and the man Chief Osage, you know. So I believe you really learned a lot of history about the Benin Kingdom, you know, how these people, how Benin people betrayed themselves, and at some point one of them wanted to kill Oba of Benin, you know, thinking that probably after he killed Oba, he will become the next, maybe the white people will make him the next Oba. Not knowing that for one to be Oba of Benin, like you have to be a descendant of the former king, you know, like you have to be somehow connected to the royal family, you know, for you to be Oba of Benin Kingdom, you know. So that was really an eye-opening interview between Maria Kilome and this man. I believe you really learned one or two things, you know. So that's where we'll be stopping for now, you know. And so thank you so much for watching that video, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe. More interesting videos and interview coming on your way. Bye for now.